Hello everyone, FunctionX here. Welcome back to Utopia Resurrected, playing the Feed the Beast Resurrection pack on the server with Landstrider, Thrak, Kia, Van Hal, Funshine, and Darnell. Lots of people playing today. Looks like someone has brought a lot of their extra Steam machines and added them into our machine, and that's totally fine. These are used just kind of for manual crafting if people need stuff really quick. And nothing else down here has really changed. As far as our energy production, we have, I've upgraded these to resonant energy cells. This one is completely empty, and this one is completely full, which is really kind of strange based on how they work, where they just find a machine and then they can output to it. So these two lines are connected now because this one on its own was not able to keep the batteries completely charged when all of the machines were processing. So I think that's why this one is drained, is it is doing everything it can to keep those batteries charged, and then this one is providing that little bit of extra. You can see it dips down every once in a while. So if I didn't connect them, those batteries would drain. But it's kind of weird that this one's full and this one's empty. You'd think it would be more like half and half or something. But that's okay. Let's talk about what we're going to do next. We have some long-term crafting ideas in mind. One of the things I need is a lot of these ingots, when you put them in the blast furnace, they come out as like hot, not hot, molten, no? I don't know, what are they? Maybe it's not in NEI. I think I have some in the blast furnace, let's just go look. Long story short though, is once these ingots come out really hot, you need to freeze them. Yeah. It's on hot. Okay, just must not be part of an NEI search. So you have to put them in this vacuum freezer to get like the normal ingot back from them. And the vacuum freezer only takes 120 EU, so you should be like, well, great, we should just go right for it. It's an MV machine. That should be fine. But no, that's not the case. Because if we look up the vacuum freezer, electric pumps, those are HV, so we're already into HV here. Frostproof machine casing is just a bunch of aluminum, so that's MV. That must be where the MV comes from. But you need these data control circuits. And you can see this takes an HV assembler. The processor board takes an HV forming press, an HV precision laser engraver, and another HV laser engraver. So we definitely can't just make that vacuum freezer with an MV machines, even though it's an MV block itself, which is quite interesting. So we need to make some HV, which I've done. Pain in the butt because it involves that assembler again. And I moved the HV line over here. I've already got the cable run. I've got the battery buffer here with just one large battery. It's lithium. Remember, we got some lithium from the end, so I can make a lithium battery. What was I going to say? Alright, so we have the first step, let me go get a few pieces, is to take some of these guys. The first thing you want to do is get some platinum. I've showed how to get platinum before by chemical bathing your nickel. Or maybe it was lead, either way. You get the platinum, you plate bend the platinum, and then you plate bend it again. And that'll get you foil, same thing, configuration 1. That will get your foils. Platinum foils. And then I'm also going to borrow the red garnet lens out of here. Something changed in the update, you can no longer craft these. Red garnet lathe has no crafting recipe for the red garnet plate. So the only plate I think you can craft is the ruby plate with a ruby block, which takes 9 rubies, and we actually only have 8 rubies, I think. 7 rubies. So yeah, so I can't craft that right now, and so I'm just going to borrow the red garnet one that I had crafted earlier when it was a recipe that was available. So let's see. We need to take the. Let's do the recipe again. So it's to make these circuits. we need the processor board first, which is silicon plate and etched extreme voltage wiring. You get that from the platinum foil on a red lens. So put the red lens in there with the platinum foils. And I've got this outputting automatic with the conveyor belt seal, the orange box or the right box. And I've wrenched the right side of the machine. So he'll automatically put things in here. And you can see as soon as I get 4 of them, it'll automatically combine with silicon plate and give me one of these guys, the processor board. Okay. Then the other piece is take the green lens and craft emerald plates. I'm going to take 3 of those and put them in the laser engraver as well. And those are not going to automatically move because they have no recipe in the forming press. It's kind of smart. It knows, hey, those are not acceptable. Don't try and put them in here. And you're going to get these engraved crystal chips. There we go. Come on. Not a fast process. But now that we have these, I think these are, I don't know, you've got the basic circuits, the advanced circuits, and these are kind of like the next layer. I guess these are like the high voltage circuits. And then you put that one, combine it with the processor board with a little bit of molten tin, which is why I have this barrel here, because I didn't have a tank on hand. And this recipe seems a little borked or something, like it just automatically happens after a bit. I really get bugged when people bug me while I am... Oh, I need to make these in the assembler first. Hold on. That's why it wasn't working. Anyway, go do this first. So combine them with the advanced circuit first, and you got 3 of these, and then put them back in there. Oh, it worked that time. Had this process bar, and you get the data control circuit. Cool. So I think I need a total of 3 of these for the vacuum freezer, but I need a bunch of other blocks for that right now. So I'm gonna hold off on that, and we'll make that maybe next time. What I do want to make this time is another multi-block that I haven't seen on anyone else's Resurrection play. So I figure I might as well make it and give you guys a show. And that is the Implosion Compressor. This is used to make gems out of their dust. So diamonds, rubies, and all that kind of stuff. So because I need another ruby lens, I figured this would be a good thing to make as well. We're going to start with some things on the bottom. So let's make a input hatch. Let's see. I want to make the energy come right out of here. So let's do the input hatch here. Yeah, well, yeah, that's fine. You can still get the polarizer. Input hatch there, the output hatch here. We'll just put a steel casing there. Then we put the energy guy here. It's muffler, maintenance, energy. There we go. This is a low voltage machine, so it's really easy to make. We'll make the actual controller block right in the middle here, and it should be able to tell us how to make it. Yeah, so it needs to go in the middle of the second layer. Okay. Then we need a muffler hatch up on the top, which I'll put in. Let's do a maintenance hatch right here, and then we just need to fill it in with solid steel. Okay, and you know what? Input hatch, I forget, I need an input bus. Shoot. Dang it. Ugh, crap. Alright, I'm gonna have to make the correct ones. The wiki is wrong, and then it says you got, well, even the block is wrong. If you look at this, it says, oh, you need an input and output. Never mind, it's right, it's just the wiki that's wrong. Okay, so let's get a muffler hatch. Hopefully there's no machine right above here. Good. There. So remember, hatch is for liquid, bus is for energy. so let's get a wrench and wrench these. I could probably disassemble these if I went over to Landstrider's area. He has a disassembler, but I don't think it's a big deal. They're pretty cheap to make, probably just some steel. And I can take them apart later. So let's look for hatches. Not hatch, bus. Almost made the same thing again. I'm like, that recipe looks awfully familiar. Okay, so it's a machine hull with a chest. That's perfect. I can do some steel. That's fine. Alright, do we have any chests in here? One on top. I probably need to make these into holes first. Where's the tin? That's rods. Come on, grab the right stuff. Move the chest around now, I'm confused. 4 wire. Let's talk it out, then we'll get it right. Alright, so 4 tin cable. Turn these into machine holes. Put a chest under one and above the other. Alright, input bus, output bus. And if I ever need to put liquid in this machine, I have the input hatches. Okay, so input, output, form your multi-block. Nice. Alright, so this is the Implosion Compressor. We've got all this stuff wrong with it, but we should be able to fix that all with duct tape. So let's see, I think I put it in here. No, where did I put the duct tape? There. Oh, we only have one left. Someone's been using my duct tape. Alright, put that right there. And this should fix all the problems, not just that one that we couldn't fix earlier. So it should say, yep, we're ready to go. Now we just need to give it power, so I need what? 2 bits of 4x copper? Or not 4, copper. Copper's MV. Tin, yeah, 4x tin, okay. It just had an orange, I saw some orange there and it looked like copper, but no. 4x tin, do we have any already? Yep, oh, exactly what I needed, sweet. Okay, so this is just rubber sheets placed in front. I'm using that just so nobody accidentally sticks the machine on here, the wrong type, and blows it up, that kind of thing. Kind of a little bit of a safety. Alright, and there we go. Okay, this guy should have power. Now we need to look at recipes for the implosion chamber. So we want to make rubies. Let's just start with rubies. You can see the recipe for that is an implosion chamber. We need 4 dust with 24 TNT is going to give us 3 rubies. Okay. It seems a little bit excessive on the TNT. And I wonder how loud this thing is going to be. So 1, 2, 3, 4 dust. I've made a few bits of TNT, but that's not enough. What did we run out of here? Regular TNT. Just make a bunch. And then industrial. This takes a lot of flint, sand, and gunpowder. And we have, oh, tons. Okay, sweet. Do we have enough for... just a little bit short for 2 recipes, so we'll just do it one time for now. And let's put in the input bus the industrial TNT and the ruby dust. Let's see how loud this thing is. Probably need a soft hammer to get it started, which I seem to have misplaced. Where would that be? Probably in this crafting table. There it is. That was from making the maintenance hatch where you need every single tool. Alright, ready, set, go. Boom. Is it done? Nice! That's instant! Nice! So the difficult part is crafting your TNT, but once you craft it, you get instant return. And you get some ashes. More crappy ash. We have so much ash. Cool. Well, there's our rubies. So now I can take the rest of the rubies. I only need 9, so let's put one back in. And we can turn them into a block using the compressor, which we now have a high pressure compressor. Does it work any faster? Maybe a little bit. When you're making like 12 redstone blocks, that's probably a significant speed increase. Come on. Alright, so we've got our ruby block. Any day now. Come on. And we'll take that to our lathe. Put it in the lathe. Oh, don't tell me you need a higher tier lathe. I don't really want to make another lathe. Oh, the cutting saw, not the lathe. Okay, good. I have to make it... Oh, yeah. I have to cut it first into sheets and then lathe it to make a lens. Okay. Luckily, this one does not take as long as the emerald one. My goodness. The emerald took... Oh, it was the diamond one. The diamond one took like 8 minutes. The progress bar like didn't even move. It was crazy. I needed a diamond sheet for what? Oh, for the diamond chest upgrade. I'll show you that in a minute. Alright, so we've got a ruby plate. Now we go to the lathe and put one of them in there. We're going to get back the ruby lens and a little bit of dust back. Okay, so I need to put one of the lenses back in here. Put the ruby lens there. I'm going to grab a chest out of the ME system just to stick our other lenses in upstairs. Where do I want to put it? I'll put it here for now since I don't have enough machines to really occupy all the space. So we've got the 2 lenses there. Cool. Alright, perfect. And then, yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to show you guys today. The other thing I really needed to do is automate the industrial TNT, or at least the materials thereof. So, if we think about it, the industrial TNT takes a ton of flint. Flint we can really get if we just pulverize gravel. So we could use thermal expansion for that in the pulverizer. And that's going to get us just a little bit of sand, but we can also get more sand by pulverizing gravel. Or cobblestone, sorry. Pulverizing cobblestone. So if I take a igneous extruder, pulverize the cobblestone, I'll get sand. And then I pulverize... How did I get the gravel? That is... I thought it had a pulverizer recipe as well. Huh. Hammering is the only way, it seems, to get the gravel. Maybe Greg changed that? I'll think about it. I'm going to go over in the thermal expansion building and kind of try and get some of the more of that automated so that I have gravel, sand, cobblestone, you know, flint, everything I need from thermal expansion kind of automated. Okay, so this got a little more complicated. I processed through this entire chest of gold ore. The macerator, single macerator is all you'll ever need really for processing ores most of the time. I mean, I guess if you go full quarry coming in, you might need something better than that. But the macerator made this huge backlog. You can see all these chests. Well, that one's starting to catch up. It just, you know, creates a ton of crush really fast. So I expanded to a second ore washing plant, which means I needed some way to get things into both. But remember, I was already at 7 on my on my machine count for AE, and I could only go to 8. And so that would have been the last time I could expand, and I might want to expand this again further. So instead, what I've done is I've put a buffer chest up top. It's a silver chest, you can see. And I've put the storage bus onto it. So now it knows to store all this crushed stuff in here. Then I've just used a transfer node to drop things into the ore washing plant, and the same way to get them out, just with the transfer pipe. So that's pretty much it as far as the changes here. I did the same thing for the thermal centrifuge in anticipation of expanding that one. Problem with this guy is he takes pretty much close to 512, or not 512, 120 at 2 amps. So if I did a second one, that would be 4 amps of 120, which is 480, which is almost my entire battery. So I think at that point, I might not be able to run too many. So I'm going to need to increase my bat box back there to up to an 8x and up my wire to 8x wire as well. So I'll be doing that eventually. But yeah, I'm pretty happy about that implosion chamber. Let's go see what Thrak has done over here. Ta-da! He's made some auto crafting in AE. Cool. So we've got 5 different inscribers. And these are how you get all like the circuits and the silicon chips and all that kind of stuff. So we can look in here and see all the recipes he's created. So we go to craftable items, and we can craft any of this. So if we want to get a logic processor, we hit next, and the cool thing is going to tell us, okay, well, I need to craft a logic processor, and I need these 3 items, and I have them available. So I don't need to craft them again. They're already available in the system. It's just going to craft this processor, and I'll hit start, and it's going to move it into this one, I believe. Yep, there you go. I love this animation. And come on. Come on. Bonk. Makes my circuit. So now we got the circuit. But it looks like what he's doing, he's got the interface set here with the crafting recipes. And that interface has an arrow down, so that'll put it into this chest here. And then he's got a transfer node in the back to pull everything out of the chest and put it in the appropriate location. So you can see silicon plates go into that one, gold ingots go into that one, this one's for the diamond one, and this one's probably for the Certus quartz crystals. So that goes there, and then he's already got the inscribers in here, so that's why you have 4 of them. That way you don't have to move the inscriber plates around. You just leave them there. And then you've got a retrieval node pulling everything back out. Same thing with this one. Hello, Thrak, I'm inside your head. Put it down into the chest for these 3 patterns, and then this will pull it out, and then it knows to put silicon on the bottom, redstone in the middle, and then either one of the circuits based on which one you told it to craft will go in the top, and it'll make it, and then it'll pull it back out again with the retrieval node. What's he doing? There's a hole in the ground. And then anything else to the system? Oh, yeah, over here you've got the crafting interface. So there's to make annihilation cores or storage cells. It goes in there, and then you need the crafting storage to be able to work one of these molecular assemblers. So that will just, if you craft one of these, it'll drop the items needed into the assembler blocks, and that'll make it. And the same thing we've got for the other stuff. Cool. So that allows us to do some auto crafting. Pretty cool. Which is awesome. Now we can not be waiting on that. Alright, well, everybody say goodbye to Thrak. Say goodbye to myself, Funshine. If you liked the episode, make sure you hit that like button. If you want to see more, make sure you are subscribed. And I will see you guys in the next episode of Feed the Beast Resurrected pack on the Utopia server. Catch you later. Bye, guys.